If you think you already understand people, try meeting an Aquarius, where every familiar rule is meant to be broken.
Within the Zodiac circle, Aquarius always stands out like a free-spirited wind, different, independent, and impossible to pin down. They are not only a symbol of creativity and innovation, but also the embodiment of qualities that seem contradictory yet deeply captivating. In them, we see cool detachment paired with warmth, eccentricity alongside profound humanity, and a mind that is both highly rational and powerfully intuitive. It is precisely these seemingly opposite traits that form Aquarius's unique inner strength. A strength that not only shapes who they are, but also inspires and influences the world around them. To better understand this multidimensional soul, let us explore the 10 most powerful qualities that define Aquarius and leave their mark on the vast stage of life. 1. Aquarius regains composure faster than anyone. Aquarius has a rare gift. They can regain their composure quicker than almost anyone else. Their natural coolness is not indifference, but a kind of built-in shield that helps them keep emotional waves under control. Unless they are overly excited or riding a high mood, their emotions usually move to their own rhythm, difficult for others to disrupt or throw off balance. They dislike making a fuss over small things, because to Aquarius, that feels like a waste of energy and time. This is why, even when unexpected chaos hits, when it feels like the sky is falling, they can maintain a steady, unshaken face. Picture a crowded room where the lights suddenly go out, panic rippling through everyone. Amid the noise and confusion, Aquarius is the one calmly pulling out a phone flashlight, checking the surroundings, and figuring out the next step. This is their instinct. When others lose control, they focus their mind entirely on solutions. That calmness may sometimes be mistaken for emotional distance, but in truth, it's Aquarius's way of turning chaotic energy into sharper observation and analysis. It's this quick recovery of composure that makes them a pillar of strength in the eyes of many. With an Aquarius nearby, you can breathe easier, knowing they won't add to the confusion, but instead create a grounded space where direction becomes clear again. This is their hidden power. In a world full of turbulence, Aquarius steps in as the balancer, quietly restoring order and guiding things back on track, calm in the midst of chaos. Aquarius has the rare ability to regain calm even in situations where others lose control. They don't let emotions override reason, nor do they allow fear to dictate their actions. When disruption strikes, Aquarius quietly observes, analyzes, and finds a rational solution. This is why they often become a source of stability for friends and loved ones. In the middle of a panicked crowd, Aquarius is the one keeping the flame of clarity alive. Boundless creativity. Aquarius is the sign of groundbreaking ideas. They see the world through a lens where limits don't exist, only possibilities waiting to be uncovered. From the smallest details of everyday life, they can breathe life into unique innovations. What's remarkable is that Aquarius doesn't keep their creativity to themselves. They share it so the community can grow together. Many inventors, artists, and social activists carry the Aquarian spirit, daring to think, daring to act, and daring to challenge what's outdated. A humanitarian spirit. Aquarius doesn't live only for themselves. Their hearts naturally turn toward the collective. They long to build a society that is more just, progressive, and compassionate. They're often drawn to work, projects, or movements that benefit communities because they believe humanity's greatest value isn't in personal gain, but in the ability to create positive change for all. Their love and concern for others become the driving force behind the paths they choose. Fierce independence. Aquarius treasures freedom, and with it, they learn to stand firmly on their own. They are unafraid to walk alone, unafraid to be different, because they know independence is the true foundation of maturity. This doesn't mean Aquarius rejects bonds or connection. On the contrary, once they are free and self-reliant, they can love and connect with others in a whole, unburdened way. Their independence makes them resilient and nearly unshakable in the face of circumstances. Power to inspire. Aquarius doesn't need to try to be a guide. The way they live naturally makes others want to follow. From their unconventional thinking and steadfast action to their unshakable optimism, they encourage those around them to step out of their comfort zones. Aquarius sparks belief, courage, and pride in their companions, turning their very presence into a fire of inspiration. 2. Aquarius, the Zodiac's quiet comedian. Aquarius is one of the rare signs that never lets the atmosphere around them stay heavy for too long. Though they may sometimes appear pensive or even a little eccentric, the moment they start talking, you realize their humor and wit are the secret seasoning that makes life feel lighter. Aquarius has a natural gift. They can shift people's moods without even trying. Spotting a friend who's down, they might share an outrageous story or drop an unexpected remark that gets everyone laughing. Their jokes are never forced, just sharp enough, playful enough, to create a sense of ease and warmth. In any group of friends, Aquarius often plays the role of the hidden comic. They're not loud or showy, but they know how to deliver one perfectly timed line that makes the entire table erupt in laughter. Their intelligence mixed with independence gives their humor a unique flavor, clever yet approachable. They can gently poke fun at a serious issue so people view it with more optimism, or turn an awkward moment into an opportunity for connection. What makes this humor even more special is that it doesn't strip Aquarius of their depth. In fact, it enhances their charm, making them a beloved friend and an irreplaceable companion. Alongside lofty ideas and bold visions, they remain down to earth, warm, and able to make others feel seen and valued. That's the irresistible charm of Aquarius, a blend of intellect, eccentricity, and humor that leaves an unforgettable impression on anyone lucky enough to experience it. 3. Aquarius, the pursuer of innovation. Aquarius has long been seen as the symbol of innovation in the Zodiac. While they may hold on to a few personal habits, their curiosity and hunger for new experiences constantly push them beyond the comfort zone. They can't stand living forever in old patterns. Instead, they are driven to explore, experiment, and even break rules to carve out new directions. This pioneering spirit often places them ahead of the curve, sometimes catching trends early, other times creating them long before the crowd catches on. In daily life, Aquarius pays particular attention to personal image. They may not obsess over every tiny detail, but they never overlook neatness and style. An outdated outfit or a careless appearance can make them feel as if they are falling behind. For Aquarius, appearance isn't just about impressing others. It's a declaration of individuality, a signal that they're always ready to walk alongside the new. That moment in front of the mirror when they choose a modern look is also the moment they reclaim the confidence to step out into the world. But Aquarius's drive for innovation goes far deeper than surface style. They bring this spirit of renewal into every aspect of life, from the way they work and solve problems to how they connect with their community. If a method feels outdated, they're not afraid to reimagine it, experiment, and transform it into something better. This is why Aquarius so often plays the role of the forerunner. At times, they may be dismissed as eccentric, but eventually their bold choices prove to be the right ones. It's the blend of curiosity, a thirst for the new, and confidence in personal expression that makes Aquarius a true pioneer. They don't just follow trends, they create them, spread them, and leave an unmistakable mark in every wave of change. 4. Aquarius in love, keeping a safe distance. In love, Aquarius often feels both near and far at the same time, as if they always maintain a safe distance to protect themselves. They can show up wholeheartedly when friends need them, but with a partner, their presence may feel cautious, sometimes even misunderstood. This isn't because they are cold or indifferent, but because deep down, Aquarius views love as a parallel journey, not a complete merging. They crave companionship, yet they refuse to trade it for the loss of personal freedom. For Aquarius, the most beautiful kind of love is one where both partners still have the space to grow individually. They don't want their loved one to sacrifice too much, nor do they want to feel bound by guilt or obligation. That's why they tend to love with respect and a healthy distance, rather than pouring everything into the relationship. If you're expecting a fiery, all-consuming romance, Aquarius may leave you disappointed. But if you can value their need for freedom, their love will offer a rare and lasting sense of peace. Picture this. Instead of clinging to each other 24/7, love with Aquarius is like two stars shining brightly in the same sky. Each star follows its own orbit, yet together they form a dazzling constellation. Their bond doesn't come from control, but from trust, the belief that, even with freedom, both still choose to stay side by side. To love an Aquarius is to learn how to love without possession, to cherish without demanding total sacrifice. It's a type of love that can feel distant at first, but once you understand its essence, you'll realize it's a mature kind of love, where respect and freedom become the very foundation for something lasting. 5. The sign that doesn't care what others think. Aquarius is one of the rare signs that rarely lets gossip or outside judgment dictate their life. They know, with sharp clarity, that no one can ever truly understand them, and in turn, they feel no obligation to explain themselves or to please everyone. This is why Aquarius often steps outside of social norms and expectations, choosing instead to live fully in their own way. They build what feels like an invisible wall, not to shut people out, but to protect their independence. For Aquarius, the greatest value lies in freedom. Freedom to think, to act, and to create without constraint. They don't want to be boxed in by others' expectations, nor do they care to get caught in the endless cycle of comparison or judgment. While this can sometimes make them appear aloof or distant, in truth, it's simply how they preserve their unique identity. In both work and life, Aquarius rarely seeks validation or constant help from others. They believe they are capable of standing on their own. Failure may come, setbacks may happen, but what matters most to them is the right to choose for themselves and to take responsibility for the outcome. This strong sense of self and natural independence is often what propels them forward, allowing them to break ground where others hesitate. It's precisely this, "I don't care what others think," attitude that makes Aquarius a symbol of originality. They remind us that being true to ourselves matters more than blending in at all costs. And because of that, Aquarius often becomes a source of inspiration for those struggling under the weight of society's expectations. A living reminder that you don't need everyone's approval. You just need the courage to live authentically. 6. A personality of many dimensions and contradictions. Aquarius is one of the most multidimensional and paradoxical signs of the Zodiac. They are like a symphony composed of opposing melodies that, somehow, blend into a unique and unforgettable whole. At times, you'll see them thriving in a crowd, energetic, sociable, and born to spark connection. Yet in the very next moment, they may retreat into solitude, seeking a quiet corner to breathe and restore their balance. They crave adventure, drawn to exploring new horizons, uncovering the unknown, and experiencing the unconventional. And yet, paradoxically, they often find their deepest peace in the familiar comfort of home, where they can strip away society's expectations and live as their truest self. Rather than choosing one extreme, Aquarius embraces both, movement and stillness, noise and silence, believing life is only complete when it holds space for both. On the surface, Aquarius comes across as warm, approachable, and easy to engage with, someone who smiles easily and makes conversation flow. But beneath that approachable exterior lies caution, even reserve, when it comes to revealing their innermost feelings. They are not quick to share their wounds or their most personal longings, preferring instead to guard them within a rich, complex inner world. This duality makes them feel at once close and distant, a captivating mystery no one can fully unravel. It is precisely these contradictions that form the core of Aquarius's charm. They are not simple, not one-dimensional, but a living tapestry of many layers and opposing traits. For those who walk alongside them, this complexity is both intriguing and magnetic, drawing others in, challenging them, and often leaving them spellbound. Aquarius is living proof that a person can hold many opposites within, and that it is this very multidimensionality that creates a truly one-of-a-kind identity. 7. Aquarius, the one who will protect you. Aquarius may be known for their love of freedom and creativity, but beneath that independent spirit lies a very real need. to be understood and to have someone who will truly walk beside them. When they don't have a companion to share their ideas or emotions with, they can easily slip into sadness, as if their energy has no outlet. They dislike being judged superficially and feel frustrated when no one takes the time to see the deeper layers within them. That's why, when they finally find someone who can embrace their rebellious moments and bold visions, Aquarius treasures that bond so deeply that they're willing to cross every limit to protect it. In love or friendship, Aquarius doesn't express devotion through sweet promises or constant reassurances. Instead, they protect through action, steadfastness, and foresight. They're not easily deceived. Their intellect and keen intuition allow them to see clearly who is genuine and who is not. Once they recognize that you are truly worth it, they'll use their intelligence and strength to shield you from harm. What makes Aquarius's protection so unique is that it never comes from control. They value freedom too deeply to restrict yours. Instead, they create a safe space where you can grow, explore, and live authentically. That's their way of loving, and their way of being a friend. Strong yet gentle, protective yet respectful. Being with an Aquarius means having more than just a companion. It means having someone who will stand guard for you with all their brilliance, resilience, and unwavering sincerity. 8. Aquarius intuition as sharp as a compass. One of Aquarius's most surprising strengths is their intuition. Though they often appear as rational, logical thinkers who prefer analysis and intellect, beneath that exterior lies an uncanny ability to sense what others can't. They can read the atmosphere of a room instantly, noticing unspoken tension before a word is even said. A glance, a silence, or the smallest shift in body language is often enough for Aquarius to sense what someone is truly feeling or hiding. This intuitive gift isn't limited to relationships. For Aquarius, it serves as an inner compass, guiding them through important decisions. While others may pore over endless data and options, Aquarius often needs only a fleeting inner nudge to know which direction to take. And remarkably, their instincts are usually right. This is what allows them to stay ahead of the curve, catching trends, ideas, or possibilities before the rest of the world catches on. In a group project, for example, when others are caught up in debates over details, Aquarius can sense the path most likely to lead to success. They don't need long explanations. Their quiet certainty often proves itself through results. This is why many people trust Aquarius in roles of leadership or counsel. They don't rely solely on cold logic, nor are they ruled only by emotion. Instead, they balance both, merging sharp intellect with subtle intuition to make grounded yet visionary choices. Aquarius's intuition is never flashy or loud. It works in the background, quietly illuminating the path ahead, like a compass pointing north, steady and reliable, helping both themselves and those around them find direction in a shifting world. 9. Aquarius, the humanitarian spirit and drive for community. Among all of Aquarius's remarkable qualities, perhaps their humanitarian nature is what forms the very soul of who they are. They don't live just for themselves. Their hearts are always pulled toward the collective. From early on, Aquarius seems to recognize that the true value of life isn't measured by how much they can accumulate, but by what they can contribute to the world. They are deeply moved by stories of injustice, collective suffering, or the limitations of outdated systems. Aquarius is often the one asking, how can society become more just, more compassionate, more humane? That question drives them, whether it's launching a movement, championing reform, or simply taking a quiet stand in everyday life, like defending someone vulnerable or speaking up for what's right. Their humanitarian spirit is not loud or performative, but steady and enduring. They might spend hours studying a new model that could help their community, or quietly support a struggling friend without ever seeking recognition. Their generosity doesn't come from a desire for praise. It stems from a deep belief that the world can and should be better if each of us chooses to give something back. In a circle of friends, Aquarius is often the one who listens the most and offers the fairest advice. On a larger scale, they might be the thinkers, scientists, reformers, or social activists who carry a shared mission to serve humanity's progress. It is this unwavering drive for community that sets Aquarius apart. They are not merely dreamers, nor simply eccentrics. They are the bridge that turns reformist ideas into lived reality. And because of that, their presence inspires others with the belief that each of us has the power to make the world a more humane place. 10. Aquarius, the power to inspire. The final and perhaps most precious gift of Aquarius is their ability to inspire those around them. They don't try to position themselves as leaders, yet the way they live, free, different, and unwavering in their own values, naturally draws others to look up to them. With Aquarius, you can feel their silent message. I don't need to be like you, and you don't need to be like me. But together, we can build a better world. Their inspiration flows through many channels. Sometimes it's a bold idea shared at just the right moment, allowing others to see a problem in a brand new light. Other times, it's their calm presence in the middle of a crisis, teaching those around them the strength that comes with steadiness. And often, it's something as simple as a quiet, kind gesture, reminding people that goodness still exists all around us. Picture a group project stuck in a deadlock, while others grow frustrated. Aquarius introduces a completely new approach. At first, doubts fill the room, but their persistence and conviction turn the idea into reality. The real success lies not only in the project's outcome, but in the lesson everyone walks away with, to think differently, to try boldly, and to step beyond their own limits. What makes Aquarius's inspiration so powerful is that it never feels forced. They don't say, "Follow me." Instead, their actions, their way of living, and the energy they radiate tell the story. Because of this, the spark they ignite tends to last. It reaches deeper, awakening faith in one's own potential. And that is Aquarius's final mark. They don't just change their own lives. They illuminate the paths of others, encouraging every soul to walk farther, steadier, and freer. Looking back at Aquarius's 10 qualities. Looking back at these 10 qualities, it's clear that Aquarius is never just a single, simple individual. They are a living paradox, where contradiction and harmony meet, where freedom coexists with responsibility, where a fiercely unique self intertwines with a deep sense of community. Aquarius may surprise you, sometimes even confuse you, but they will always leave an unforgettable mark because they live with unshakable authenticity, guided by freedom and creativity. And perhaps the most precious gift of all, when you walk alongside an Aquarius, you realize they're not only writing their own story. They awaken in you the courage to live honestly, to love genuinely, and to step beyond the boundaries that once held you back. That, more than anything, is the gift Aquarius brings to the world.